What's up everyone, Sniffer94 is back, and today we are actually making an English video, because the Swedish video would really not suit the purpose of this video. This is a love letter video to the team of BSG, Battlestate Games, the developers behind Escape from Tarkov, my favorite game. So if any employee of Battlestate Games watches this video, make yourself aware. It would warm my heart to know that someone over there watched this and liked it. And also you viewers, that you like this video too. We are going to go through my story of Tarkov, because the release of Tarkov, the 1.0, is upon us. And I just want to make a video where I go balls deep, full in, deep dive, how I started loving this game and my story about the game. So all the footage you'll see on screen will be from Tarkov PvE. That's because it made it easier for me. I just want to have a chill time. I play a lot of PvP. I am Prestige 4 after all. But for the sake of this video, I just want to have a chill time so I could go through every map, take in the atmosphere, and like almost go to every hotspot on this list. So that's cool. So yeah, well, let's get started. Everything really started with like me being on my YouTube feed back in 2017, and maybe even before that. I'm a little bit unsure, but around 2017 there, a YouTube video popped up on my feed, and the game art and the style, and it was actually just a dev blog, but there was something with the font of Escape from Tarkov that hooked me instantly. Reason being, I was a huge fan, like a fucking absolute no life of the DayZ mod. I played the DayZ mod all the time with my clan, alone. I actually even had a server at one point of DayZ Namalsk, and I just had a great time on DayZ overall, and just the way they made the character like fit into the letters and all that, like the entire style of the promo, like it just oozed DayZ and like hooked me in instantly. It made me click the video, and this is what I was shown.
We had to build a whole system which would cover all possible aspects of weapon handling. Talking about other shooters generally, every weapon has 4 or 5 animations. Pull it out, shoot, reload, full or not, and if we're lucky, an idle animation. In our case, however, the very same weapon will need 10 times more animations, with all of them divided into segments and adjusted appropriately for smooth transition of one into another in numerous possible combinations. Moreover, all of them should run smoothly, sharply, and most importantly, not arbitrarily. Eventually, the system grew up to be what we have now. Briefly, just briefly, it's drawing weapon, zeroing, shooting, ejecting magazine, inserting magazine, fast drop of the magazine, ejecting the old mag with the new one in hand, releasing sight stop, if there is one, if there isn't and there is no cartridge in the chamber, cocking the receiver, removing misfired cartridge, removing jamming or stovepipes, switching fire mode controller, weapon idling, and a dozen more animations that are either absent in other games or made rather primitively.
Just by that footage alone made me go absolutely fucking balls to the wall, crazily happy, and just, yes, this is the game I always wanted. That statement alone of what we watched made me like completely manic, and just like almost wanted to I almost did actually rebrand my entire YouTube channel to just be Escape from Tarkov. From that footage alone. You can call me autistic and fucked up however you want, but like that statement that like they had to do like all these animations for the guns, fixing stovepipes, misfire, fucking cocking the handle, fucking when you pull up a gun with no bullet in the chamber, you have to do that. It's like all these advanced, very advanced animations, like checking the chamber, what type of ammo they've modeled every single fucking cartridge. Man, I am just saying, that to me sounded like a dream game. Like, there ain't no way. So like, if there was a game that I wanted to make in my head, it would have the gunplay and the the advanced animations and all that as Escape from Tarkov. So that's why I've been showing you all these fucking checking chamber, inspecting your gun, checking the mag. This very advanced shit is very cool, honestly, and maybe the inspect animation these days are a little bit like old and could be possibly, perhaps, would love to if they had the inspect animation of Battlefield 6, because I honestly think Battlefield 6 is beating Tarkov on this one. But hey, everything else is just something that other games don't have, not even games to this day have. Yep, so after seeing that dev blog, I went onto their YouTube channel and saw if there was any other footage of this game that was fucking just had all these animations, so cool. Oh yeah, there were. They had a trailer, and I checked it out, and definitely felt the vibes immediately. What this game is gonna be all about is gonna be some fucking... The atmosphere is gonna be absolutely crazy. Oh my god. I just could not wait to get my hands on this game, honestly.
Die! One down. Need covering assistance!
Патроны кончились! Держись, сука, подарок! Oh shit!
So, I bought Escape from Tarkov the 30th of June 2017, and back in these days I bought the standard edition because I did not really know if the game was actually gonna be any great, but also I could not afford the Escape from Darkness edition. I had a girlfriend at the time, and if I wanted to buy that meant I could not travel to her for a month, and I did not want that, so I stuck with the standard edition and praying that I would get invited to participate in the alpha. I do not remember playing the alpha. In my memory, I remember only playing old Shoreline map, which I will show you here in a sec, actually. And I'll show you some footage. I'm gonna recreate my first ever raid, but hold on. But I have the alpha armband, but I don't remember playing in the alpha. But apparently I did, so I guess I did. Yeah, it is what it is, eh? So I booted up the game, I selected Bear, because Bear is the obvious choice for in Escape from Tarkov. You're playing a Russian game, in a Russian setting, Russian apocalypse. You are meant to be a Russian. You're not meant to be an American dude. Even though that lore is pretty fucking cool in and of itself, I just straight up wanted to be a Bear all the way through. So I loaded up my character with a Makarov pistol, and off I went to the Shoreline, because I feel that map, that sounded cool, Shoreline. And of course I'm European, I'm not like these American people where they read the clock wrong in AM and PM. Yes, that's wrong. It's the 24-hour clock, military terms, way better, way more simple to understand what is daytime and nighttime. Which is obvious, because I selected the correct time, I went on daytime Shoreline, and I come into the map, and I am shit scared. Like I try to find shelter immediately, but like I see this cottage area, and I'm like, shit, that must be where all the good loot is. oh my god, like I saw these fancy houses, they look beautiful, and like, oh my god, like everything in there, I bet there's like valuables in there. But I was too scared to even check it out. Maybe I glimpsed in a little bit and I saw a car, but nah, it's too scary, too risky. So I go down to the village and I just sit inside a house, because it hit me that the sound in this game is just beyond any other game. No other game has this good of an audio where you can tell the difference by walking on grass, wood, metals, rocks. Everything was just so detailed, you could hear everything so clearly. The ambient noise is frightening, stale, and like stale but also alive, and the map just felt enormous. You have no idea where to go, which is good, by the way. That's good. That's really good. And if you need to know, then you go on a third-party website. Yeah, that's how it is, bitch. You go look up another fucking website, okay? Or but to be fair, at the time you had this map you could have in your UI, but it was like a sketch of the map, the playable area. But nobody uses that shit anymore. But either way, back then you could actually use that map to spawn into a specific location. You could choose to spawn either on the east side of the map or the west side of the map. Pretty cool, actually. But that was later removed. But hey, so you like I just sat in this room shit scared. I knew that I needed a friend to play this game. If I didn't have a friend, then it was just not gonna happen. Ain't no way. I'm not gonna be able to move. This is just too scary, which sucked, honestly, because this was my favorite. This was supposed to be my favorite game, and I can't play it alone. Fuck, man. Fuck. That really sucked, man. That really sucked. So, just for some context, like I've been a PC player ever since I was 5 years old. And when I was like 10 years old, my mom and dad bought me a PlayStation 2 to try to get me away from the PC so they could pay their bills, because I was constantly on the PC. That did not work, by the way, so they had to just schedule a time where they could pay the bills. So I played Delta Force as a kid. I played Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, and yeah, Delta Force 1, 2, and Land Warrior, Team Saber, Task Force Dagger, like everything like that. Even some what is it called, Rainbow Six Rogue Spear I played. I was a shooter fan. I've been a fan of guns all my life. That's why Escape from Tarkov is my favorite game. But I'm gonna go through a little bit more in depth in that later. But I just want to say that's the context. Like, I come from, you could call me like a crack cocaine, COD, Adderall enjoyer player. Like I played every single Call of Duty, Battlefield, ever since the start of these franchises. I played every single game, every single year. I pay up every year to play Battlefield. Not Battlefield necessarily, they take a little bit longer to develop, but I play every single COD. I enjoy them thoroughly. There's no need for any hostility that you need to like only one game, but the fact is, there's only so much time of the day. I can only have 4 games to 3 games to play every day, and at this point it's Escape from Tarkov, World of Warcraft, and maybe a third game, and at this point it's Battlefield 6. But so like I have a lot of experience in shooters. I played even Red Orchestra. I played Red Orchestra 2, Rising Storm 2, Vietnam. Insurgency, I started enjoying a whole lot. Insurgency, Sandstorm in particular. I even played fucking Insurgency back in the days too. So like, I have this experience with this milsim type of games, but still a little bit more action packed. Fuck, man, I even played like fucking Project Reality and Squad, Hell Let Loose. Like, dude, my shooter portfolio is all over the place. I love these games. I love the immersion of them, but like, nothing beats Escape from Tarkov. It is the gun porn game I always wanted. But I'm gonna go through more detailing that, so that it really sucked that I could not play this fucking game alone, man. It really, fuck, man. But that was about to change. And yes, this was about to change around the time of Interchange wipe, or the Interchange release, you might say. I had enough money at the time to gift the game to my girlfriend. My girlfriend at the time, she loved 3D modeling, and she thought the animations for Tarkov was absolutely splendid and beautiful. So just through an art perspective, she really liked the game in that regard. But she was not necessarily into shooters a whole lot. She has not been like playing them ever since she was 5 years old like I had. It's like the skill gap is very, very different between us and the enjoyment out of shooters, because there is a lot of complexity into like playing shooters after all, and Tarkov was like way up there. It was quite difficult to control. It was a little bit clunky, but you might say back in those days it was actually really smooth. But hey, people think different, and we actually started playing Tarkov together. Unfortunately, it did not last very long. She did not really care to play it a whole lot, so I just continued on without her, and I started streaming it a little bit. I even uploaded like a tutorial video on my YouTube channel. I wanted the people, because the game is very complex, like it has 0 tutorials, so I decided to make a video about like just the basics of the game. So people could understand it. I just want to throw the game out there because, like I said, I still knew that this game will still be my favorite game I ever play. So when I came to around level 21 or so, 22, 24 in the Interchange wipe, and I eventually quit as well because I was all alone again. It was too scary. I just could not move in the game, man. I could not move. It was not so much gear fear, it is more getting shot at randomly. That is the most scary part in Tarkov, honestly. Even to this day. I have 8,000 hours in the game, and it's so scary. So getting shot at, man, that is really tough. So yeah, the years went by and the years went by. I did not really have a friend group to play Tarkov with. I didn't really have time for it either. I was just in Discord with my girlfriend every day, and we were playing World of Warcraft, playing other games, played Fortnite. We did other stuff really, and I knew I always wanted to come back to Tarkov, and it was always in the back of my mind, and I always checked out all the trailers, all the future wipes. I saw they released Reserve, and I'm like, holy shit, this game is really taking off, man. It's taking off. I'm being left behind, but I have nobody to play with. It was really sad, honestly. But then I met my not first online buddy. I had a clan back in the days, Marine of Steel. We were a group of Swedes that played a lot of Call of Duty, the old Call of Duties. But in the summer of 2018, I met a friend on World War II, Call of Duty World War II. His name was Kake, and I gave him shit for using the Volkssturmgewehr. I was very upset at him. He was a complete asshole about it in the lobby I was in, and I told him that if you used any other gun, you would suck dick. You'd be a terrible player. And he said, dude, stay in the fucking lobby, man. You stay your ass. You do not leave this lobby. And the next match, he plays with M1 Garand, and he kicks my ass still. And I was like, that's big ups, man. Big ups, man. I'll add you. We play some more. And there our friendship started. Hey, do you see? The friendship can start by being completely toxic and being an asshole. I'm an expert. Like, hey, that's what it is. So, I met... I started talking to Kake on Discord every now and then when I did not talk to my girlfriend, and but then the years went by once again, and the year 2020, September of the year 2020, the corona was really big at this time, as many might know, but at that time I also lost my girlfriend. We broke up. I broke up, to be exact, but even so, I was in a shit fucking place, man. I was very sad, and yeah, honestly, that shit I never really recovered from. But to be fair, the rest I will talk about later. There will be hope. There is hope. So around this time, I just played like Call of Duty Cold War, and I just didn't have a great time, man. But I was playing with friends. I was playing with Kake and Sander, which is like my main friend group at this still to this day, and we played Cold War all the time. So yeah, the year is 2020, New Year's Eve, and we were kind of sick of Cold War. So I decided that why don't we all get Escape from Tarkov and we play Escape from Tarkov, and people were actually on with it. So we started playing, and the hope was here. I finally had someone to play with, a group of players. So we 5-manned it, 4-manned it, 3-manned it. Like Kake had the game from ever since a little bit further back. Actually, he had the game for a while, but not as long as me. But he had the game, but we didn't really have time, like I said, to play. But now we did. So we started playing, and our first wipe was the Woods expansion wipe 12.9, if I remember correctly. I think it's that one. Yes, so there was the Woods expansion in addition to Cultists, and I had, like I said, I've been watching the game from far away. I've been watching the Nikita interviews. He talked about these bosses they were adding, but I didn't really know where. Like I knew where, but not like specifically where they spawned. Rashala he had added at this point. There were bosses finally in Tarkov, but yeah. So apparently Woods had a boss as well, Sturman. But we really stuck to Woods a lot. A lot of the early quests are on Woods, but we really decided to go further and actually learn the map very properly. We mapped it out in our heads and made call-outs for Woods, because Woods is really tricky map. You can't really call out a whole lot. You need to like invent your own call-outs, kind of. But it became our favorite map, and we played it a whole lot because we were superior in team fights in every single way. We rarely actually got cucked on Woods, which was great. That's a great start, and there's a lot of early quests there, and there's a lot to learn. So I think Woods was a perfect place to start, because it's the hardest map to like navigate, but if you learn to navigate it, you can navigate any other map with ease. So yeah, like we started, like we played all the time. We learned the game. We fucking we actually got Kappa the first wipe. I do believe we actually did that. Yeah, we did. So we got Kappa, which is like the big goal of Tarkov, is finishing every quest. Well, it's not entirely true. You need to finish every Kappa required quests, which is also something you need to track on a third-party website, which is the Tarkov Wiki. So if you have a quest, you go there, check there, is it required for Kappa? If answer is yes, you do the quest. That is basically the progression of Tarkov. These days they have added prestige, so if you do the prestige quest and you get Kappa, you can prestige, and you basically reset your account, more or less. Not fully reset it, but yeah, you catch my drift. You get prestige, and So the game loop was there. We knew what the game was all about. You'd need to get cut by every wipe, and we did. We got cut by every single wipe, more or less. That was our main staple, main goal. And the next wipe, on the first wipe we did, was, I do believe, the factory expansion, and that was a blast. They added Tagilla, a boss. He was very scary, very cool. The aesthetics of Tagilla cannot be underestimated. He is such a badass. So yeah, we were just waiting for the next bit of content. We were waiting for the biggest one was Streets of Tarkov. We hoped that Streets of Tarkov would be around the corner, and they kinda teased it to be around the corner all the time. And then all of a sudden we got hit with the next wipe, which was the Lighthouse map. Man, the fight there. There's a reason I showed this trailer for extra long, because it is my favorite. Reason being is the song is so fucking good, man. Every song you've heard from every trailer is actually made by Nikita himself, the game director and the game fucking CEO of Battlestate Games. He makes even the music for the game. I think that is just beautiful. And it just sounds so fucking good. It'd be a whole lot different if it sounded bad. But the fact is, I vibe this shit in my car every now and then. It is just fucking amazing, man. I get the goosebumps are fucking real on that song. The Lighthouse song. It is so fucking good. He's called Gene Byrne on Spotify if you want to check it out. It's just... Oh man, so we are, our entire group we replace some people and replace them with new ones, but the core group is always there. Me, Kake, and Sander. The first three, I call us. We're the hardcore gamers, the hardcore Escape from Tarkov addicts. And I mean, at this point, I mean, we are just looking forward to the Streets of Tarkov, man. Streets of Tarkov is around the corner, and we know it, that they say it's gonna be released. And yeah, I mean, it did finally release. We could not believe this. We could not believe this. there it was. Streets of Tarkov had finally released with all its mysteries. That's why I showed this trailer for extra long as well, because like, man, the mysteries of Tarkov. The streets of Tarkov, the urban city. We had never been in an urban city before in Tarkov, really. It's all been like all these weird complexes, the motel, fucking woods, shoreline, a resort, and it's been all great and all that, factory, like it's been all, like I said, it's been all great, but we had never really been in the city before and fought in a city environment with the fucking different levels of staircases everywhere and like angles, windows everywhere, just the craziness of it all. And Streets would later on go on getting an expansion, making it even bigger, and with the addition of 2 bosses. But initially on Streets of Tarkov, actually the boss was in the boss on the Streets of Tarkov, the first ever boss was Killa, and he was in Pinewood Hotel. Not many people might know that, but if you were there, you were there, and you know, you know. But later on, with the expansion of Streets, they also added Kolontai and Kaban to the map. So the Streets of Tarkov is the only map with 2 bosses on it, really. So that is really unique, really cool, and there was a lot of mystery to this map, and I feel like they got the vibe perfectly. Just like you go into these houses, and it's like, it looks modern as well. Some look modern, some look very typical Russian, but like some houses could be like my room, almost. Like it's crazy, and all the mysteries, and all the Easter eggs, and the map was like the map design in Tarkov overall. I just want to say, I will go into more detail in that soon, but I just want to say it is the best. It's so detailed. The maps are actually so small, but they feel enormous. So it's really cool like that. You'll see what I mean when you have like 3,000 hours. Then the maps, they feel small, but initially, dude, they're like climbing a very tall mountain. So yeah, I mean, the Escape from Tarkov fan base is eating very well. We get these new maps, bosses, and like guns, so many guns. We get to play around with many things, but there's also a diversion within the player base, which I will not go through because it's just never ending, really. So we're all just waiting for the 1.0 release, but Bell State Games has a little bit of a curveball to throw at us. They're hitting us with a project that we knew were in development, but also not very much talked about a lot. It was mentioned every now and then, but you never really know about Bell State Games. Then there's all of a sudden, here it is, bro. Here it is, bro. Well, we mentioned it like 1.5 years ago, but here it is, man. It was the Escape from Tarkov Arena. And by the way, speaking of Arena, where the fuck is my overrun game mode? BSG, please don't forget this mode. I want it. I would love to be a fucking co-op team and just fight AI, really. Just being overwhelmed with fuck ton of AI. That'd be great. If you can make that work, please make it work. And what I mean by make it work is make the performance decent, okay? I know it's not a rocket science to add AI on the map, but man, that would be great. I love that. So Escape from Tarkov Arena releases and changes the entire game. Not immediately, I might add, because they did not have any quests or a trader or jack shit in the beginning. They had a basically World of Tanks talent tree where you go from top to bottom to unlock better gear and fight in team fights. And team fight is basically that's actually how I used to play as a kid, where you fought your friends with the sticks and shit like that. It's a 5v5, and you have one life, and who wins the round, first to 5. And that was great. Like that was honestly like that was an amazing game mode, and we had a ton of fun. Like we really felt like, especially my group, like Arena is really fun because you get to actually PvP properly. Like you get that you get to train the PvP as well. Like becoming better at Tarkov PvP is like, it's great. And the setting of this gladiator arena, all these different maps, is like you're in an arena, old gladiator style, Roman, but yeah, but it's Tarkov, and it's just I just feel like the immersion of arena is actually quite amazing. It's quite great, and it still is to this day. But right now we're entering to that part of Tarkov where they go under maintenance, I'd say. Like we don't get really a lot of updates. We get updates, we get proper wipes, 2 wipes a year, but like we are under maintenance in the way of actually making the game better. So like changing the sound, changing how your character is moving, and like in Arena as well. Arena was not fleshed out at all. We got a free-for-all mode eventually. We got a domination game mode called Checkpoint. We at some point got dailies and weeklies in Arena, and that's the thing that changed Tarkov a lot. You can play Arena and farm money and send it over to your Escape from Tarkov account. Both are the same account, but the game, you know. So you send over money from Arena to Tarkov. In that way, you kind of don't need to do scavs in Tarkov. But even so, if you decide to, you get really rich playing Arena, honestly. And sure, that's an incentive, and it's an incentive that needs to be there. And I love it personally. It's great because I still actually love playing Arena, and I love having a reason to play Arena. A game always, by all means, like always, I don't care what anyone else says. You always need a reason to play the game, and that reason needs to be good. There needs to be a grind. A proper grind, and just stuff to go for, obtainable things. All this stuff is so fucking important, you have no idea. And playing Arena right now is like huge for your account because yeah, you can legit, they added a trader called Ref. You can buy all these cool shit, and these days you have battle passes. So like when you unlock something cosmetic in the battle pass, you can buy it in Tarkov with GP coins, this currency that you cannot buy for money, by the way. I might add, you have to like actually farm dailies in Arena. So like, that's great. I just love it. I love the combination that you need to play both games, get a little bit of PvP dopamine in there, and then you play the actual game. So yeah, it's great all around. So yeah, here we are. We're basically at current time. We had a couple of wipes where there was not really much going on, just a bit of new guns and not much really. We just you do the shit all over again. We got Prestige, and Prestige was a great addition to this game. I just absolutely love it. It's great. It's the way to show your nerdiness, which I will show right now. I'll show my hours, my profile. I have 8,000 hours, more than 8,000 hours into this game, and 1,000 hours in Arena, and all of this has been accumulated ever since 2021. So yeah, it's been a wild ride, and I'm not intending to stop anytime soon. That's why I don't really do YouTube anymore, because like I just want to play Tarkov. I want to play Tarkov all the time. It is so amazingly great. It is the gun porn game of my life. I love how many guns there are. There's like 50,000 AKs, and like, oh, it's just so much. And now they're just expanding it more and more and more. New stuff, new things, more stuff I can collect. I love to sort my stash, playing the Tetris game. I never use the auto sort function. I want to do everything by hand, properly. I know where my stuff is, and my fucking helmets and gear at the bottom, and it's just the sorting stash is honestly so fun. Like just that alone, I feel like it's not even a waste of time. But hey, Asmongold even said at one point, the game should make you want to waste your life, want to waste your time, not waste your time. And some people feel different about that. Some people feel like you should not there should not be any waste of time features in the game at all. I beg to differ. I beg to differ on that one, because, and Tarkov is not really maybe this at this point, but like, it kind of isn't, kind of isn't. I feel like there's a lot of correlation between classic World of Warcraft and Tarkov. The show and don't tell. The classic WoW, when we started playing WoW, we had no fucking add-ons. You just read a quest. There's no indicator. Figure it out, bitch. That's why. That's why the game is so great, honestly. The inconvenience is what makes the game great. I'm not lying. That is why. You just want a cheap way to understand everything. No. Think a bit. Read a bit. Understand a bit. Don't be such an idiot. That's honestly it. So I think the many decisions that Nikita has done over the years, over the game, if he is the one that always makes all these decisions about what updates should be and all that shit, I think he's been doing a great job. Because there are honestly some quests that are honestly so bad that like they should not be that bad. Some quests are just bad. And at this point, I mean, there's the quest like Shooter Born in Heaven. I feel like that quest is great at this point. But there's still some quests that need a little bit of work. And I hope that 1.0 will elevate the game and we have the quests in a perfect world. Where the quests are not so much RNG based, because I feel like the RNG base is what's really bugging me personally. That's not so much inconvenience, it's just RNG. The RNG heaviness is crazy. But the RNG is sometimes what makes the game great. But on sometimes it's not so great. Like finding players and killing players. That's not really my thing. Like I can kill players, but for me it's usually an accident that I find a player. It's not like I go for a gunfight. That's kind of you don't earn any rubles on that. You want to earn rubles and survive. That's why I think I said that earlier. I'm playing the game to survive. So yeah. I mean, thank you, Nikita, for this great of a game. We are heading to 1.0 and hope it's going to be a fucking blast. And we are going to play the fuck out of it. And, yeah, only good things can come from now on. Honestly. Fuck, man, just going to come to think of it, all the bosses in Tarkov, they're amazing. That is flew out of like Killa and Tagilla. They're so iconic. So great. Yep. The glaze is real in this video, huh? Hell yeah. I think that was about it, honestly. I want to thank the entire development team that develops Escape from Tarkov. I'm looking very much for. You wanna know what I look forward to almost more than 1.0 is Scav Life update, where we get quests for Scav. That'd be so much fun. That'd be great. But hey, I think I've said what I want to say, and my story has been told. So have a great day. Bye bye, and see you in 1.0.